right, what up? What up? What's going on? What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I'm gonna do this stream real quick. I'm not gonna be on here long, maybe like an hour or so. Um, but before I get into anything, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, and audiobook. All right, if you get the hard copy, this paperback copy, you get an autographed copy of this. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to mrlocario.com or click the link below. You feel what I'm saying? So we're going to make it happen. What up, God Juice, Desmond Cook? What up? What's going on? JXN was popping. You say you're thinking about getting a book? Yeah, get it. Make it happen. VP Films, King Juice, what's going on? He said, is it more affordable than the membership? Yeah, the book is, well, this book is $49.97. The ebook is $27, and the audiobook is $97. You feel what I'm saying? Daquan Jenkins, what's going on? All right, so today I wanted to talk about real quick, what do women think when they first meet you? Okay? And, you know, I wanted to touch on a few things. You know, like what are women thinking about as far as getting with you, as far as how interested they are in you, if, certain things that they'll be thinking and, doing or whatever when it comes to dealing with you. You understand? What up, J Joe 4040? What's going on? Explode, what's up? What's popping? Yeah, I'm on here live again, but I ain't gonna be on here too late. I'm probably gonna only be on here for like an hour or so. I'm gonna just do some shit real quick. But the thing is, one of the things I want to talk about when a woman first meets you and what she's thinking about, when she first meets you, you always hear that saying, a woman knows within the first few minutes that if she wants to sleep with you or not, right? And now that's basically true. You understand? Where women don't know if they want to fuck with you or not, right? Now, the question is, though, are they? See, that's the part that nobody talks about, or most people don't talk about. So a woman may meet you and be attracted to you and say to herself, I would have sex with this guy. I would fuck this dude, right? But then what happens is that sometimes, it doesn't happen. Even if the guy wants to have sex with her, it doesn't happen because he may do something or say something that may make her change her mind. You understand? So this is why, game is important when it comes to dealing with women, because sometimes a chick may want to get with you like that, but she won't, because you may have did or said something crazy, right? So that's one thing. Now, another thing you got to understand is when a chick first meets you, and this has to deal with your appearance. This is why I talk about, why appearance is very, very important. You understand? Because when a chick first meets you, right, she's going to judge you on your appearance, and sometimes your appearance will dictate how, receptive she will be towards you. You understand? What up, Sean Steve? You said the show started kind of late today. Nah, I wasn't even doing the show today. I just was like, let me just do this shit real quick. You feel me? I usually just do them on Fridays, but I'm trying to do more of the midweek joints. You feel what I'm saying? But what I was saying, though, is that your appearance can basically help when it comes to approaching women, because based off of how you are put together, that dictates how receptive certain women will be towards you. Right? So let's say if you were wearing a nice button-down shirt with some slacks, some nice, shiny shoes, you smelling good, you got a nice haircut, all that other stuff. If you approach a girl looking like that, she's more receptive to talking to you. Now, why is this? What you got to understand is that women a lot of times will base their worth based off who's approaching them. Right? So if you're looking like you real, slick, and you're looking real crisp with your appearance, right? She feels happy that a guy who looks the way you are looking is approaching her. So she's more receptive to interacting with you, right? Because, if you look a certain type of way, that makes her assume you got shit going on, you understand? And that makes it a little bit easier for her to be receptive to you. You see what I'm saying? King Juicy said, first few minutes she will know if she wants to sleep with you or not. That's false. No, it's not false. It is not false. And the thing is, the reason why that's not false is because what happens is that there's a lot of times where guys, and myself included, I've, been in situations like this plenty of times where I'm dealing with a chick that I literally just met. I speak to her for maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and then she's, invited me to her house. You understand what I'm saying? Literally like 5 or 6 minutes I'm speaking to this girl, and she's invited me back to her place. So yeah, that happens. You see what I mean? It's really not that complicated. See, a lot of times what happens is dudes a lot of times talk themselves out of the vagina. You see what I'm saying? It's not that it was hard for you to get it. Sometimes you already had it, you just talked yourself out of it. You feel what I'm saying? So that happens. You got to understand that is happening because you don't want to be talking yourself out of some pussy. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I was talking about the appearance thing, and see, when these chicks first meet you, your appearance can help base how receptive she's going to be towards you. You see what I'm saying? And so if you understand this and you step up your appearance game, when you are approaching women, you're going to actually have an easier time in the long run. JXN 141, you said good looks open the door, but charisma and game is essential to close the deal. See, that's the funny part. Let me address that shit, man. Let me address that shit. But because dudes always talking about good looks open the door, right? Now, when we say good, and when I'm saying good looks, I'm talking about like, you with how your face looks, how, not this, you understand? You looking good or probably having a nice body, right? Now, the thing is this, your good looks can get a girl to, be receptive to you, but I don't like the term of saying it opens the door, because it really doesn't open the door. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't open the door. Because the thing is that you could be good looking, or you could be, good looking to, a certain girl, right? And what happens is she still hasn't really decided how she feels about you. All she knows is that you're good looking. See, guys think because you're good looking, that means that she's giving you a chance to talk to her. But the funny part is that women generally will talk to anybody who knows how to have a conversation. You see what I'm saying? But the problem is a lot of guys step to women with loser negative energy, which is why they don't really, why chicks don't respond to them. Now, you're going to have chicks generally who will, no matter how you look or whatever, you try to talk to them in the street, some of them will just keep walking. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? But saying good looks opens the door, what it does is that it makes people feel as if, well, and I've heard this before too, well, if I'm not good looking, then I have no chance to talk to a woman because the good looks open the door. You feel what I'm saying? So again, a girl could look at you, think you're good looking, but the door is still not open. You understand? The door is not necessarily open. Because it's saying the good looks open the door, and then, now you can spit your game or whatever. But you could spit the game without you having the good looks, because the good looks, it doesn't equate to her being receptive to conversation. You understand what I'm saying? A woman will be receptive to conversation if she's having good conversation. Because again, women love attention. So if you're at a club, at a bar or something, and people are just walking around talking, you feel what I'm saying? They're going to talk to whoever. You understand what I'm saying? Because the talking doesn't necessarily mean anything within itself when we're just talking about talking. Shout out to my dude EO in the chat room. It's popping. So you guys got to get out this good looks opens the door mentality. You know what I'm saying? Understand that if you know how to have conversations and converse with women, you feel what I mean? Women will talk to you. Right? Now, and this actually goes to the point where I was talking about with the title of today's show. When we're talking about when chicks first, what do chicks think when they first, meet you or whatever, right? Is that when a chick first meets you, this is the time where she's the least emotionally attached to you. All right, I'm gonna say that again. When a chick first meets you, this is the time where she is the least emotionally attached to you. Least. So what does that mean? That means that at this point, this is the easiest time for her to lose interest. You understand? So this is why I was saying earlier where dudes will talk themselves out of the pussy. What do you think talking yourself out of the pussy means? It means she was going to give you some pussy, and then she lost interest because you talked yourself out of the pussy. Why did she lose interest? Because it was at the beginning stages of you interacting with her. It's the easiest for her to lose interest. You see what I'm saying? This is why I say when dudes are talking about, oh, well, the good looks get you in the door. What are you talking about? When it's easy for her to lose interest like that at the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So it's a combination of a lot of things that keeps a woman interested, at that point to get her to the next point to keep shit going. You feel what I mean? And so this is why, I always tell guys when they, get a girl's number or they exchange numbers or you first talking to a girl or whatever, right? You want to, let's say you get a girl's number today. You want to hit her up by tomorrow because the momentum is sort of like still there. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's still easy for that momentum to dissipate. You feel what I mean? So a lot of times what guys will do is they'll get, like, even if they're on an online dating site, like, they'll do shit like message a girl and then they'll wait a few days or some shit and then try to message her again because they're trying to, create some sort of like they're high value. They got mad shit to do. I ain't got no time to message you, girl. I got shit to do. And to make her feel as if, you're different than the other dudes. Right? Now, I'm not saying that can't work in certain situations. But I'm saying is that, again, like I was saying, when you first are dealing with a girl, it's easy for her to lose interest. You see what I'm saying? So I always tell dudes, when you're first fucking with chicks and you're trying to get in contact with them, you're trying to set something up, work fast. So a lot of times if I'm on an online site and let's say it's during the afternoon, right? I'm trying to get that chick, let's say if I'm free that evening or something, I'm trying to get her out that evening. Or I'm trying to get her out the next day. And if I can't get her out that next day, I'm trying to get her out at least 2 days from now or something. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm trying to get her to come through as soon as possible. So I'm not going to sit here and text her one day and then wait another 2 days and text her, and wait another 3 days. And it's like I'm wasting the whole week. And by that time, she may have lost interest. Why? Because you are one of many other dudes hollering at her. You see what I'm saying? So you may think that by doing this in the way where you're like being very like, you know, I'm a text her now and then I'm gonna wait later and I'm gonna text her now. You may think that you're sort of creating some high value sort of thing in your situation. But remember what I said earlier. This is the time where women are the least emotionally attached to you. So what happens is a lot of the, you know, tactics that you're trying to do to create high value in yourself to that girl doesn't necessarily exist because she's not emotionally attached to you yet. So it doesn't matter. You're just another dude. And again, there's a lot of women on the online dating sites who are using it for attention. So yeah, they'll message you back and forth, you know, going on that week or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to actually come and see you. Because by that time, they already been with this dude, that dude. They're all feeling this other guy. They're, you know, they lost interest at this point. So you understand what I'm saying? So it's not really doing anything for you. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, this is why, and this is why I tell guys, when you first meet a girl and you get her information, you get her number, let's say you're gonna hit her up. You feel what I mean? You want to hit her up quickly, which is the next day. And then when you go on that first date, that's the time where she's gonna get, you know, somewhat emotionally attached to you on that first time when y'all are actually hanging out. Then once that happens, then you can wait a few days to hit her up or whatever, because at that point she's emotionally attached. So now there's a reason as to why she would even care that you haven't hit her up for a few days. You understand what I'm saying? See, chicks are not going to care about you not hitting them up if there's no emotional attachment. And when you first meet a girl, this is the time where there's the least emotional attachment. Now, I'm not saying that there's never emotional attachment when you first meet a chick. What I'm saying is that generally it's the least, because now at this point when you first met her, you are still like every other dude. EO, you said even I disqualify women who don't have a plan on how they're going to get me. They have a very small time frame to get me. I have reverse roles with these women. I feel you. I feel you. But that's what I'm trying to tell cats. Like, listen, man. When these chicks first meet you and you're trying to make something happen, you want to try to make shit happen fast. This is why, you know, I say sometimes, listen, if you have the opportunity to, you know, smash a chick that night when you first meet her, do it. You understand what I'm saying? This is why you ever be in a situation, and this has happened to me a lot of times. I'm in a situation, talking to a girl, everything seems cool. You know, it's like obvious she's feeling me. We exchange numbers, and then I hit her up and nothing. Crickets. Or I tell her to hit me up and nothing. Why did that happen? Because this was the time where it was the least emotional attachment. So when she was talking to me, she was feeling me, but the next day, let's say she had a different energy, her emotions were different, and then therefore she didn't feel the same way. You understand? She lost interest. You see what I mean? But it happens that quick when you first meet women. This is why you gotta play the numbers game. You see what I'm saying? This is why you gotta play the numbers game. BB Film said women can actually get attached over a phone call. Probably in certain situations. EO, you said her man brought her flowers and they temporarily made up. Exactly. Actually, no, it's funny. I actually had a chick where that happened to. What happened with me with there's some chick I met offline. Bad chick. We went out. We was chilling, you know, getting drinks or whatever. and she told me, she broke up with her man, yada yada yada, and I was trying to hit it that night, but she had a period and shit, and she was like, she didn't feel comfortable, and I didn't really want to hit it on a period. So, and then what happened was we hung out again, and I was supposed to hit it that night, but something happened. It was like weird. It was like I was supposed to hit it, and then something came up where I had to bounce, and I was like, fuck, okay, so I gotta go. Next thing you know, we exchanged Instagrams. I look on her Instagram, and this is literally as I'm about to call her or text her to like hang out and get it popping. And so I was like, I'm gonna go straight to the crib. I look at her Instagram. No. What happened was I texted her and she didn't respond. That's what happened. I remember. I texted her, she didn't respond. Then I was just looking on Instagram, and we exchanged Instagrams, looking on Instagram, and I find out she got back with her ex. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why she didn't respond. And I was like, oh, okay. I see what's going on here. So that's what I'm saying. Shit happens fast. So you guys that's trying to do all that, oh, let me take my time and, pretend that I'm, busy and I'll text her 2 days later and all that other goofy shit. No. So you don't want to be texting a girl every day and doing some crazy shit, but you don't want to wait a long time when you first get a chick's number. Daquan was probably, you said, what is an entertainment date? So yeah, I did a video about that a long time ago. So an entertainment date is when a woman goes on a date with you strictly for her own amusement. So that means that she's not really necessarily into you, you understand? But she's going on a date because she's bored. She's going on a date because you offered to buy her dinner or some shit. So she's like, fuck it, I'll get a free dinner. She's going on a date with you because, she knows that you're going to spend a lot of money on her. You're going to be simping, all this other shit. And so, or what happens is, she'll go on a date like that, an entertainment date, because she just broke up with her boyfriend or her man or whatever. She's feeling sort of, down, and she needs some dude to take her out so she can feel better about herself. And a lot of times you can tell when you're on these entertainment dates because the woman usually is not reciprocating any type of interest. It's almost as if she's there waiting for you to, dance around and be her monkey and entertain her. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times you'll notice this too, because you'll be on a date with a chick and you're trying to, flirt or make something happen, and she's kind of like trying to throw all that shit off. She's trying to be standoffish. She's trying to, on that, oh, I don't do that on the first date, and oh, we should get to know each other more, and all that other goofy shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, man. But yeah, that's what it is, man. You guys got to understand that, and I really wanted to drive that point home for guys to understand about the whole thing of women, sort of having this energy where they're the least emotionally attached in the situation. You see what I'm saying? Now when it comes to a chick getting emotionally attached quickly, or her sort of feeling that way, you understand what I'm saying? You can increase that feeling on the first interaction based off of how strong your game is. And so what that means is that you have to be the type of guy who sort of stands out more than other dudes. And so basically what it's saying is that you have to be the more attractive guy to her. And when I say attractive, because I actually have my new bad boy membership program is going to be called 15 Ways to Be Extremely Attractive to Women. And in that program, I'm actually going to be talking about, ways that you can be more attractive. Because when we talk about attractive, we're not just talking about physically attractive. We're talking about attractive as far as your behavior. So these are things that guys can do to be attractive to women based off of how you behave, the way that you're coming at these women, right? So the thing is, when you first meet a girl, if you behave a certain type of way, she may get a little bit more, I would say, emotionally attached or a little bit more interested because she sees you as different than a lot of other guys. You see what I'm saying? So, you get that sometimes. Well, let me make sure this shit is working because this shit be acting funny. Let me know if you guys can see me. Let me see me. Is the stream working good? Alright, so can you guys see me? Is the stream working good? Everything good? Because on my end, this shit looking weird. Okay, everything good? Alright, cool. Daquan, says, so when a chick is not being physical on the first date, would you automatically charge her? I would. Because usually that's a huge sign of disinterest. Because again, I talked about this before, right? And also too, it's a sign of disinterest, and it all depends on what you're trying to do and what you want. You understand what I'm saying? Because if I want a girl to be, physical with me, and she's not physical with me, then that's the wrong girl for me. Now, of course, you're going to have, exceptions to the rule where a chick may not be that physical on a date, because she doesn't like PDA, or, she's just, that's just how she is or whatever. But yeah, for me, if the chick is not really physical, I'm done. You understand? But see, I remember I was on this one date one time with this chick. And we were on a date, and I'm flirting, and I'm, going back and forth with her. And it was just because this chick didn't like PDA, which is why she wasn't physical on the actual, time when we were at the bar chilling. You understand? So I'm thinking, at first I was thinking, okay, maybe this chick's not really feeling me. You understand? Because I'm like, flirting, but she's not really being responsive to the flirting. I was trying to, get all a little touchy-feely with her, but she wasn't really responding how I was expecting. But then, when we was leaving the spot, I was like, yo, let's get out of here, whatever. So I'm thinking I'm about to end this date and it's over because I'm like, ain't shit popping off. You feel what I'm saying? So as we're walking out the bar, she says to me, hey, do you want to go back to my place? So I was like, hell yeah, let's do that. So when she said that, I'm like, okay, so as soon as we got to her place, and as soon as we get into the door, she closes the door, she's like, jumping all over me. You feel what I'm saying? So for her, it was just, she wasn't into the PDA, and that's why she wasn't really, being touchy-feely. Right? So sometimes you have to understand that may be an issue where she just may not be into public displays of affection. You see what I'm saying? So that could also happen. But generally speaking, if I'm chilling with a chick and she's not really trying to, get all touchy-feely, or she's not really reciprocating in that manner, I just charge it to the game. You understand? I'm done. I am finished. I'm like, I ain't fucking with you, man. I'm good. Feel what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys gotta understand like what's going on when it comes to, you first dealing with chicks. It's always these different levels. It's when you first meet a chick to where you're dating her now, or she's your fuck buddy or whatever it is. You understand? And then it gets to a point, if let's say if you guys are in a committed relationship, it's just different shit you gotta understand when it comes to this. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is, man. Man, what is up with this joint? This shit be acting crazy. Man. What up, Joe Blast? What's going on? Or you like that the man shit joint I had last time? Yeah, that shit was cool, man. That shit was cool. I had to get on that man stuff because, it's crazy out here. But yeah, you guys got to definitely play the numbers game when it comes to these women, man. I'm telling you. Because at the beginning, the shit just falls off so easily. You understand? You get 10 chicks numbers, you end up seeing 2 of them. Or 3, if that much. So you got to understand that this is, this is what happens, when you first meet chicks. You understand? So what's going on in the chat room, people? What's popping with you? What is the deal? What's going on? What's good with you? Nathan Wong was good. He said, I said in the video to be the guy everyone likes and try to talk to everyone. When it comes to an environment, you see them constantly. What do you do after that? What do you mean? You saying, so if you go out and you chilling and you talking to everybody and then you see you in a place where you're going to see them again, you're saying, what do you do? Is that what you're asking? J. Joe 4040 said, what's the purpose of playing the numbers game? Well, the purpose is because you need to cast a wide net in order to actually, get something going on. So if you want to get, like, let's say, for example, if I go out tonight and I want to, smash some chick, I got to talk to a lot of chicks, and then out of those, let's say I talk to 50 girls, out of those 50, one or two may be interested in fucking me tonight. You see what I'm saying? So I got to play the numbers game. I can't just go out and talk to one girl. I got to talk to 50 to get one or two that's probably going to want to smash tonight. So Nathan Wong, he's saying that if you see them in the environment again, what do you do after that? Well, if you see them again and they already know you and they like you, then that's just your peoples. That's that's how you create your social circles. You say what up to them again. You remember their names. You say, what's good. That's because you said, do I end the date early if a chick isn't feeling you? Yeah, pretty much. Cut that shit short, because there's no reason to be wasting time. If you see that the shit is kind of lame and she's being like whatever, and you can see that it ain't, it ain't really going nowhere, you end that shit short. Because there's certain times you could blatantly see that a chick's not feeling you. Because even in the example earlier, where I was saying that the girl wasn't into the whole PDA shit, she was still at least like, having a conversation, flirting a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? She just wasn't really touchy-feely to that extent. You understand? But she was still showing a little bit of interest or whatever. You understand? But my thing is, I like to really get it going with the physical, because then it's easier for me to escalate a lot of times. You understand what I'm saying? But there's times where you see chicks or you're dealing with chicks, or you're on a date with a chick who's just definitely just not, she's not feeling you. You can tell she looks bored. She's checking her fucking phone. She's, it's all this other goofy shit. These are how many chicks a day should you approach? As many as possible. I say at least 20 to 25 if you can, if you're in a large city. I know some of y'all in small cities. In small cities, try to approach 5. I don't know. You got to just approach as many as you can. Kwame said, do you think guys should keep the first date short anyway? Actually, it's funny. I talk about that in my in the new program I have on the Bad Boy membership, but I'll talk a little bit about it here, where you should keep the first date short unless, and the only exception is if you can tell sex is most likely going to happen. You understand? So if it seems like sex may not happen, because sometimes the logistics don't, it's not going to go down. You understand? It could be either your logistics, her logistics, whatever. So that it's not going to go down, so you can keep the shit short. Keep it, go on a date for like an hour. Get a drink for an hour, talk, get to know a little bit, get a little shit going, and then you bounce. If you are on a date and you can tell she's feeling you, and the vibe is heavy, it's crazy, and it may seem as if, shit could go down, then you can make it a little bit, you can extend it a little bit so that you can have time to get to the sex. You said 20 to 25 is aggressive. I'm telling you, because see, this is the thing. 20 to 25 ain't even that much. And when I say, going out there and talking to 25, you could do that shit in probably A half an hour, if that much, if you're really going hard. Because out of those 20 to 25, first of all, half of them is going to reject you in a lot of cases for most of you guys. So so the rejection going to be quick. You said, is it really possible to approach 50 chicks in a day who has that much time on their hands? Well, this is the thing. You probably pass 50 chicks in a day. Or more than that. You probably pass more than 50 girls in a day. And you're probably in situations where you could have had talked to girls. Listen, there's times where I've talked to chicks for 30 seconds and got her number and hit her up, and we went out and fucked and all that other shit. So it don't take that long. There's times I see a girl in the street, I'm like, hey, yo, what's going on? How you doing? Listen, you are sexy as hell. I'm actually on my way to catch this bus, but, you know, let me get your number. I'll hit you up later. And she just give me the number. It took like fucking 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing. What up, my dude, Affy Kingdom in the building? But yeah, you know, dudes make this shit too complicated. And see, that's the reason why you don't even need to necessarily make it that complicated. Because again, like I said, when you first meet chicks, it's the least, emotional attachment. So it doesn't matter. You understand? She's either gonna hit you up or not. See, what entices a woman to hit to actually even like, you know, respond to your text or to call you if you tell her to call you, whatever, a lot of times is, you know, how attractive she is to you. It could be physical, or it could just be your vibe or something about it, whatever. Or, you know, it's how different she sees you as than other dudes that has approached her, right? So there's an intrigue there that makes her say, okay, I'm a you know, respond to him or call him back or whatever. But again, like I said, for a lot of women that you run into, they're you know, it's the least emotional attachment. So a lot of times at first they're gonna look at you as just another dude. Even if they're attracted to you, even if they somewhat like you, you're still just another dude. You know why? Because you could be that next dude, and this is how negative some of them will think. You might be that next dude who's gonna play her. You might be that next dude who may, you know, you remind her of the other guy she was attracted to who fucked her and never called her again. So this is why sometimes she may not respond to your call or text or whatever, because she's scared that even though she's attracted to you, she's scared to get into that situation because she doesn't want to have to feel those sort of feelings again if she actually starts to really like you. You see what I mean? There's so many different parts of this game that, you know what I'm saying, you guys gotta understand. This is why you gotta play that numbers game. Know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy, man. B Scott, you said you work 60 hours a week. Where do you work at? Do you take a car to work? Do you take a bus? Do you walk? What do you do? Do you ever go out to eat? Do you ever go to the gym? Do you ever go to the movies? Do you ever, you understand? All these different places you go, I'm sure there's women around. So you can talk to those women. You see what I'm saying? There's women all over the place. So it's not like you can't talk to them. They're there. It's just that we as men, a lot of time, we make it more complicated than it needs to be. JXN141, you said, can a man just talk to women anywhere? Of course. What makes you think you can't? Why can't you talk to a woman anywhere you want? Anywhere. They're all around, so just talk to them. The problem is that most guys are scared to talk to women because they're scared of the rejection, but also even, you know, before that, they're always hear, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to these girls. What am I going to say to them? You feel what I'm saying? Joe Blast, you said, have I ever had a woman approach me that I didn't find attractive? Yeah, I had that happen a few times. You said, how did I handle it? None. I just talked to them just on some regular shit. And a lot of times what happens is that they're expecting you to close the deal, but they don't close the deal, so you ain't got to close the deal. You just be like, hey, it was nice meeting you, and you keep it pushing. Ken Cornell used to basically make talking to women your lifestyle everywhere you go. Exactly. That's what you got to do. And the thing is, you got to do it a lot because you want to make it a habit. You see what I'm saying? You want to make it a habit. Because the more that it's a habit, the easier it becomes to do because you continuously do it and it becomes something that is part of your routine. You see what I'm saying? Once it's part of your routine, then it's a little bit easier for you to continue to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Man. Desmond, you said a white chick was choosing up on you last week. You said how to handle a large rotation of chicks. Well, you got to have some good time management skills. You got to be able to give these chicks some attention, and that's really what it is being able to manage your time and to be able to interact with these women, but also too, you got to be able to be emotionally prepared to handle that shit because that's a lot of energy that you're going to be dealing with multiple women. Ricardo Gordon, you say you want to call up 646-481-3901. All right, I'm gonna do another maybe 15 minutes because I gotta run and do some things. So I'm not gonna be on here too long. You feel me? Just wanted to chop it up with y'all real quick. Feel what I'm saying? Man. You said what if ugly girls are even rejecting you? Let's go. Well, why are you trying to holler at the ugly girls? You said, what's my take on having long phone conversations before a first date? Hell no. Yo, what's going on? Who's this? Yo.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Locario?
What's going on? What's poppin'? Who's this?
My name's Desmond.
What's going on, bro?
Not much.
What's the deal?
Yesterday I went out with a chick, and then I noticed that she wasn't like really feeling me like that. We did kiss though, but like I can kind of tell it wasn't like a real vibe.
And what happened though?
Well, because we met up at the park, so we were just of course talking like kind of regular stuff. I made to make sure that there was touching involved, so I made sure that was happening. But I noticed she wasn't really receptive to it.
And so you said you kissed her?
Yeah, I kissed her.
Okay. And when did this date happen?
This was yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. And so, well, it sounds like I'm hearing something in the background. You probably got you got to turn down your computer or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should be better now.
All right. And so, what did y'all do on the date? Again, you just went to the park?
Yeah, just went to the park. We just walked around and we just sat down and just talked about like what some things she's into and everything.
Mm-hmm. And what makes you what makes you think she wasn't feeling you?
Well, she had blocked me.
She blocked you?
Cause I follow her. Yeah, because I follow on IG on Instagram.
So she blocked you today?
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so that's a wrap. Call it a day. Keep that shit pushing. Keep that shit pushing, bro. It's done. Because I'm wondering. Because I'm like, okay, what makes you think she's not feeling you? And you say she blocked you. Yeah, that means she ain't feeling you. Because she's not gonna block somebody she feeling. It's really that simple. You know what I'm saying?
And I also think too, it was my first time actually going out with a chick after like a while too. So I think the vibe I was giving off was kind of like real kind of thirsty, insecure.
Right.
So that was kind of, I think that's what really turned her off.
Mm. Yeah, that could be it too.
It wasn't really like genuine.
Right, that could be it too. That's why I tell guys you got to keep talking to different girls, going out with a lot of different girls, so that you have, a rotation or just that energy of being in those situations. So when you do get around other women, you don't have that like thirsty energy. Like, damn, I haven't been with a woman in a while. That's gonna come off when you're dealing with girls. If it's been a while sometimes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So now go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah, because I think my biggest problem too is that like I'm still gotta like I think my biggest issue is like the confidence level. Like I still don't really understand like a good grasp of confidence, because I know you're saying that you don't have to do anything to have confidence, but like I still don't, like, for some reason I don't understand that. Like, it was just kind of crazy to me.
Right. Well, the thing is, a lot of when it comes to having confidence is something that, see, and this is why it's so hard for a lot of guys to understand, because a lot of guys look at confidence on a surface level. So you can build confidence by doing certain things. Like, so let's say, for example, you can go out and talk to a lot of different girls, right? And then let's say you're getting numbers, right? You're getting numbers and girls are calling you. So now you can feel confident because you've been getting numbers. You feel what I'm saying? And then feel confident about that fact. Okay, girls actually want to give me their numbers. So, maybe there's some interest there, so I feel good about that. You feel what I'm saying? So now you're feeling that feeling of feeling good based off that, right? So you can do that. But see, the thing is, you don't want to rely just on that, because how do you think you're going to feel the next time you're not getting a bunch of numbers? You see what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like sort of down and shit. You see what I mean? Because you were basing your confidence solely on, the outside things that were happening, the actions that were going down. You feel what I'm saying? And so what confidence, the core confidence is, this is what I like to talk about and like to get guys to understand. Core confidence is about believing, and to a certain extent, like knowing certain things as it and seeing it as fact and truth. So basically, like for example, like what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Devin.
Devin, right? And what are you, black, white, Asian? What's your race?
I'm black.
Black. All right. So now, if I said to you, your name is Jonathan and you're white, you would look at me like I'm crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because your name is Devin and you're black. So no matter what I say, you know that your name is Devin and that you're black. You see what I'm saying? So nothing is going to change that fact. You understand what I'm saying? So what it is that if somebody said to you, hey, I'll give you $1 million if you tell me what your real name is and your race is, you'd be like confident to know, oh yeah, my name is Devin and I'm black. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and then if they was like, no, you're wrong, you would look at them like they're crazy. You see what I'm saying? Because you understand that fact, you understand that point concretely. You see what I'm saying? And so so when it comes to core confidence, that's what core confidence means. It means that you have a belief and a knowing about yourself, the same way you have that belief and knowing about your name and your race or whatever it is. Like, you're so sure of it. So you're so sure when it comes to your confidence that you are that dude, that you are the man, that you are interesting, you're valuable, that women like you. And it doesn't change based off of how a woman acts towards you. So if you have core confidence, you don't give a fuck if a chick blocks you. You feel what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck if a chick rejects you or whatever, because it don't matter to you. Because you're still gonna believe that you're the shit no matter what happens when you're dealing with chicks. You see what I'm saying? Now, this doesn't mean that when you're dealing with a girl, and this is the part that's a little tricky and a little deeper, that you may not get yet, but it takes time for most people to get this. You can still feel the feelings of feeling like frustrated or upset about a chick rejecting you or whatever. You can still feel those feelings and simultaneously still be confident. You see what I'm saying? Because the core is still there. You see what I mean? So just like if I said to you, your name is Johnny, I may still piss you off because I keep calling you Johnny. And you'd be like, yo, my name is, that's not my fucking name. But it doesn't change the fact that your name is not Johnny. You're not going to say, well, maybe I guess I am Johnny. I guess I should call myself Johnny now because this guy keeps calling me Johnny. You're not going to do that. You see what I'm saying? You're going to know that you are that dude, and that's that. No matter what's happening outside. So, but again, it takes practice, because what most people have been taught and conditioned to believe is that your confidence only comes from outside you. Meaning that you can only be confident. Like I saw a video where some dude was talking about, oh, you can only be confident if you have success. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, what kind of stupid shit is that? But that's what dudes are on nowadays. So it is what it is. But yeah, but again, you can build your confidence by doing certain things, but also you want to get to the point where you have that core confidence, and the way you get that is you have to recognize that within you. I technically can't help you with that, truthfully. You understand what I'm saying? So what that means is, it's the same thing as happiness. Like I can't teach you or tell you how to be happy. You feel what I'm saying? To a certain extent, like
right.
You have to feel it within yourself. I can tell you what happiness isn't. Like I can tell you, hey, getting a lot of money and all this other bullshit's not going to make you happy. And then once you realize that doesn't make you happy, you'll feel a sort of happiness within you, because you're taking away the bullshit you thought was going to make you happy. But I can't explain happiness to you. Like I can't say, hey, happiness is going to feel like this to you. I can't do that. You have to feel it for yourself. It's the same thing with confidence. You have to feel the confidence within you. You feel what I'm saying? You have to feel that way. It's just something you feel. And you feel that by coming to terms with who you are and what you're about, and really understanding yourself. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Because I remember you saying that we're already confident, but some of the insecurities kind of block that.
Right.
I remember you made the analogy of we're like a BMW kind of covered in like mud.
Exactly.
And, you're telling that person like you're valuable, but you don't see it because you think you're covered in mud.
Right. Exactly. You understand? That's what it is. That's what it is. It's already there, and it's hard. It's hard. It's like, think about it this way. You know how society has tried to trick black people into thinking we ain't shit? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But black people are the shit. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like we've done so much shit. There's so much things. You understand what I'm saying? That has been done, that black folks have done. You feel what I mean? So society has conditioned you to feel insecure. You understand?
Yeah, I definitely feel that too, because I definitely feel that when I get around like certain white people. So I think that's definitely another like part of it too.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that it takes you recognizing that you're valuable. Period. You understand? Just because. And that's the hard part for people to understand, because people think like it's like, okay, people love to grab onto things to make them feel good about. So like, for example, I could say, oh well, I feel good because I wrote this book and that makes me cool. You feel what I mean? This don't really make me cool. You feel what I'm saying? This doesn't define me being valuable. Now this is something I created, which is valuable. You understand? So I can say that I'm proud of this and whatever like that, but this doesn't define me. So if I didn't have this, or let's say that we had to burn all these copies out of existence, that doesn't mean that I'm less of a person. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me because I don't have this anymore. So it doesn't mean anything's wrong with me because I don't have a lot of money, or I lost my car, or I lost my job. See, and this is why people end up going crazy or committed suicide, because they feel like, oh, I lost my job. That means I'm useless. I should just jump off of a bridge. You feel what I'm saying? And see, that's what happens when you start to look at your confidence and your self-worth through things. You see what I mean?
Yeah, you come attached to those kind of like identity.
Right. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is, man. You gotta take some time with it, bro. It's something that you have to sort of recognize, and then it emanates out when you're dealing with women and just people in general. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like an epiphany you have, like, oh shit, like I'm the shit, like I'm actually a cool motherfucker, and it's hard for people to get that because they're being so indoctrinated with people telling them, oh well, you suck and you're whack and you're ugly and you need all these cars and clothes and rims and you need the latest sneakers in order to be cool. You see what I'm saying? That's why dudes can't understand confidence, because they think they need all of these things in order for them to recognize the value that's within them, who they are. You see what I mean? That's what they don't
Definitely.
get. You see what I mean? So, that's what it is, man. You feel me? But yeah, man, I appreciate the call, bro. All right, so I'm gonna holler at you, man.
Thank you.
All right, peace. Later. Yeah, man. So what is up, people? What is up? What else is going on? You said, what if? Well, you said, what if you're confident and you're still getting rejected? Being confident is not going to stop you from getting rejected. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's up?
What's poppin', bro?
Yo, what's up, Locario?
What's good? What's going on with you?
Chilling, man.
All right.
Hey, I got 2 questions.
All right. What's going on?
You know the dude you just got off the phone with?
Which one?
The man who you got off the phone with. I
Yeah.
wanted to say something like my question is based on what he was talking about, confidence.
Mm-hmm.
See what he don't realize is that the best way to get confidence, we talked about this for a long time, is that just write down some goals and accomplish things.
Mm-hmm.
You could write down what you're good at.
Right.
You could write down all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, definitely you could do that. Yeah. Definitely. You could do
Yeah.
you can say, hey, look, I'm gonna try to go to the gym 4 times a week and do these things for 3 months, and then you do that and you're like, oh shit, I actually completed that goal, and you feel good about yourself that you did that. You understand what I'm saying? That can build the confidence too. You see what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
there's different ways of doing this shit.
Yeah, because I've been doing that, and what happened was I be feeling good about myself. It's like I feel like I'm the shit because I do what I want to do, and I did it well, and I know how to accomplish things that I want to accomplish, and it gives me a self entitlement to be confident.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel good about myself because I know if I could do anything I'll put my mind to, and I can accomplish whatever I want to accomplish.
Right.
Yeah.
Real shit.
And it made me. And what happened is when you do go talk to the women can feel that aura of confidence within you because you know you're a shit without the woman.
Exactly. Real shit, man. Real shit.
And that's what make them come gravitate towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes them choose.
Exactly. Nah, real shit, man. Real shit, bro. And and I think guys gotta just really be on top of their game and understand, who they are and what they're about, and so that they can really maximize the situations they're in, so that they can really get things going for them in the long run when it comes to dealing with women. You feel what I'm saying? Did you have another question real quick? Because I gotta go in like 2 minutes. You got another question real quick?
I do. I got one question, then I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
I was reading your book the other day, how to have sex with 2 women a day,
Mm-hmm.
and you had a section in how you can talk to women anywhere, and you said you got something there called introduce your presence. Like,
Mm-hmm.
can you
Right.
tell the chat room about what that means and how to do it?
Right. Yeah. So basically, in this book, I have this thing where I call introducing your presence. Is basically another way of saying, interacting with the girl on an indirect level. And so what it does is, and this is good for beginners, to where if you're nervous to talking to women, introducing your presence basically means that you are taking something in the situation to start the conversation or have a conversation about you and the woman being present in that moment. So for example, let's say if you were in the train station and the train was, taking a long time, you go up to her and be like, hey, how long you been waiting for this train? Or damn, this train been taking forever, right? You know, like, so you start talking about that. So you're introducing that you're present in that moment with the girl. You understand what I'm saying? So you have something to have a conversation about. So it's an indirect way to start talking to a woman. You feel what I'm saying? And so I explain it more in the book, How to Have Sex 2 Women a Day. So make sure all of you guys get that so you can check that out and make it happen. You feel what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yo, Ronnie, I appreciate the call, bro. I'm gonna holler at you later. All right?
Yo.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, be safe.
Peace. All right.
All right, people, that is it. I gotta head up out of here. Let me shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Daquan, Ace, J. Joe 4040, Desmond Cook. Appreciate you calling in. B. Scotts, Female Pimp, Zeus, McCann Cornell, Ricardo Gordon, Jermaine Jones, Rob Cruz, Got Juice, Chizzy City, Nathan Wong, Sean Steed. Who else is up in here? Saito Kun. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the chat room. I'm probably gonna do a live stream hopefully this Friday because I'm supposed to be in Jamaica. So if the internet's acting, you know, right, I could probably get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna figure all that out soon. So if you know, if you don't see me on Friday, it's because the internet was kind of fucked up in Jamaica. But I'm gonna try to make it, you know, figure out a way to make it happen. All right, so I'll holler at you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.